Ramanujan's mystical knowledge. In 1913, renowned British mathematician G.H. Hardy received a letter from India written by a mysterious man named Ramanujan. The letter contained several bold and unusual claims, such as having found relationships between infinite series and formulas for prime numbers. These claims were unlike anything Hardy had encountered before, so initially he was skeptical, but the formulas intrigued him, and he recognized that the writer had a deep and unique mathematical insight. So he requested more details, and as the correspondence continued, Hardy became more fascinated by this strange mathematician from abroad. He and his colleagues couldn't possibly fathom how someone with no formal training in pure mathematics could come up with such advanced results. But the thing is, Ramanujan didn't need a math teacher, because his knowledge, he said, was revealed to him by the Goddess Namagiri. Srinivasa Iyengar Ramanujan was born on December 22, 1887 in Erodi, a town in Tamil Nadu, India. His family was now well off, and he grew up in a humble and traditional South Indian environment. His formal education was limited, and he attended local schools where he showed some mathematical talents, and was often uninterested in other subjects. But Ramanujan's true mathematical journey began when he was around 13 or 14 years old. It is said that he stumbled upon a library book by mathematician S.L. Loney, Advanced Trigonometry. This book was a major turning point in his life, and Ramanujan became deeply engrossed and began to devour its contents. His mathematical insights often had a mystical and spiritual dimension. He claimed that many of his discoveries came to him in the form of visions or dreams. He believed a goddess, often identified as Namagiri Thyre of Namakkal, bestowed these mathematical insights upon him. According to his accounts, the goddess would appear to him and reveal mathematical equations and formulas during these visions. One of the most famous stories involves Ramanujan's encounter with the goddess in a dream. She showed him an infinite series that was later recognized as the value of the reciprocal of the number pi. Ramanujan saw this as a divine revelation, and he considered these insights as gifts from a higher power. Infinity is often associated with Ramanujan's works, which is why, for example, the 2015 film based on his life story is called The Man Who Knew Infinity. Some of the mathematical concepts revealed to him by Namagiri include infinite series. In his visions, he saw a wealth of infinite series and formulas which often had remarkable properties and a personality to them. He famously provided infinite series representations for mathematical constants like pi and Euler's number. Modular forms. Ramanujan's work on modular forms and Mach theta functions, which are a type of modular form, play a significant role in number theory, and Ramanujan's contributions in this area were groundbreaking. Also, his work on prime numbers and his famous congruences in partition theory were both heavily inspired by these mystical experiences. But his discoveries weren't only relevant to the mathematics of his time. In fact, some 9 decades later, in 2012, American mathematician Ken Ono came up with a formula that allowed scientists to further study black holes in depth. Ken admitted that his work was influenced by a letter Ramanujan wrote on his deathbed in 1920 to Hardy, outlining several new mathematical functions never before heard of, along with a hunch about how they worked. Ono, along with colleagues, worked on deciphering and proving many of the conjectures and theorems found in his notebook. This work led to advancements in the theory of partitions, Mach modular forms, and Q-series. Srinivasa Ramanujan was truly a blessing to the mathematical world. His mere existence is proof that excellence can come from the most unexpected and humblest of places. Let him serve as an inspiration for modern academics to always be in the search of these great minds, because if a single book of trigonometry was enough to awaken his spark of knowledge, one can only imagine what geniuses like him could achieve in modern times, when we have access to all the information in the world.